The humid Lagos air clung to everything that Saturday night in 2009 when 22-year-old Amara Okafor laughed with her friends at Terra Culture, completely unaware she had hours to live. The aspiring journalist from an Igbo family, who had sacrificed everything for her education, was celebrating her upcoming graduation. She had dreams of exposing corruption, of giving voice to the voiceless. She had no idea someone was watching her every move. For weeks, Amara had been receiving strange phone calls. Her roommate, Kemi, noticed her growing paranoid, constantly checking over her shoulder. "Someone's following me," Amara confided. "But that means I'm getting close to something big." She was investigating land-grabbing schemes in Lagos, dangerous territory that made powerful people nervous. Around 2 a.m., construction site security guard Musa witnessed something that would haunt him for 15 years. A man in expensive white agbada paced near 3rd Mainland Bridge, sweating despite the cool night breeze, repeatedly checking his phone and peering over the railings. When the man spotted Musa watching, his eyes filled with panic, then rage. "Mind your business, gateman," he shouted in perfect English before speeding away in a black Jeep. By dawn, Amara's red Toyota Corolla sat abandoned near that same bridge, keys in the ignition, purse untouched. But Amara had vanished completely. The largest search in Lagos history began immediately. Market women closed their stalls, motorcycle riders scoured every street, and social media buzzed with her photo. Her mother, Mama Amara, appeared on every news channel, clutching graduation photos of the daughter who would never wear her ceremony dress. Detective Inspector Adebayo Komolafe knew this case was different. The staged scene, the timing, the untouched valuables, everything pointed to something calculated and personal. When Musa came forward with his testimony about the man in Agbada, Komolafe felt hope. Finally, a concrete lead. But that hope died quickly. Within days, orders came from above to focus elsewhere. Musa's testimony was dismissed. After all, who would believe an illiterate security guard over Lagos's elite? Case files mysteriously disappeared. Evidence went missing. Witnesses suddenly developed memory problems or left town. Detective Sergeant Grace Okoro watched in horror as the investigation was systematically dismantled. When she pushed too hard to investigate certain powerful suspects, whose names appeared in Amara's notes, she found herself transferred to a remote posting, her career destroyed. The Okafor family never gave up. Every year they held candlelight vigils that grew from 20 people to thousands. Mama Amara kept her daughter's room exactly as it was, cooking her favorite jollof rice every night and setting a place at the table. Their son Chidi abandoned engineering to study law, determined to understand the system that had failed his sister. 15 years passed. Then, in 2024, everything changed. Digital forensics experts working pro bono for the family used artificial intelligence to enhance old CCTV footage previously dismissed as too grainy. The results were chilling. Amara hadn't walked to her car alone that night. Someone just outside the camera's range was influencing her movements, and you could see her body language shift from comfortable to frightened. At the same time, construction workers demolishing an old Victoria Island building made a shocking discovery. Hidden behind a false wall were a journalist's notebook, a press badge, and remarkably, a phone that still worked after 15 years. Digital experts recovered deleted messages revealing a pattern of stalking that was both methodical and personal. The final message, sent hours before Amara vanished, was bone-chilling. Last warning: stop digging or join the others. Cross-referencing this evidence with Musa's long-ignored testimony led to a suspect who had been hiding in plain sight: Chief Emeka Onyekachi, one of Lagos's most respected businessmen and philanthropists. He had attended Amara's university, been at Terra Culture that night, and used family political connections to keep the case cold. DNA evidence from the demolished building matched samples found in Amara's car, samples that had been lost for 15 years. When the arrests came, hundreds gathered outside the courthouse, holding Amara's photo and demanding justice. The trial became Nigeria's most watched legal proceeding. Musa finally had his moment to be heard, describing the panicked man in white agbada, whose fear that night had haunted his dreams. Grace Okoro took the stand, her voice shaking as she described how the investigation had been sabotaged from within, and apologized directly to the Okafor family for her years of forced silence. The defense painted Onyekachi as a scapegoat, but digital forensics don't lie. On a sweltering Thursday afternoon, the jury delivered their verdict: guilty of murder in the first degree. The courtroom erupted as Mama Amara collapsed into her son's arms, 15 years of anguish finally meeting justice. Onyekachi received life in prison without parole. But the real victory came 6 months later, when the Amara Act into law, comprehensive legislation mandating immediate action on missing persons cases, requiring DNA collection within 24 hours, and imposing severe penalties on officials who obstruct investigations. Mama Amara attended the signing ceremony, wearing the same blue dress from her daughter's graduation 15 years earlier. As the pen moved across the paper, she whispered, "Rest now, my daughter. Your work here is done." The Amara Foundation has since helped locate over 300 missing persons across Nigeria. Chidi became a human rights lawyer specializing in cases other lawyers won't touch. Police academies now include mandatory missing persons courses. Today, Amara's room is no longer just a shrine to grief. It's become a command center for justice, where other families meet with investigators and young journalists, research stories that matter. Amara's case reminds us that justice belongs to all of us. If this story moved you, if you believe every missing person deserves the same relentless pursuit of truth, then hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. What case should we investigate next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to share this video with someone who needs to hear Amara's story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next investigation, where we'll dive deep into another mystery that's been buried too long. Until then, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell.